Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. You're going to really enjoy hanging out with people until 4 or 5 in the morning. Recognize that up until 2 a.m., those hangouts are useful. After 2 a.m., they fall off a cliff and nothing good ever happens and you just want to sleep, you want to kick people out of your room and go to bed because then you won't completely waste the next day.
Hello everyone, I'm Yopi from Yopi's English School. 本日は医者を辞めて YouTuber になったイギリス人のアリさんが10代の自分自身にメッセージを送った21 Life Lessons for Teenagers の中から特に重要そうな7つのメッセージを厳選しました。クリップを見ながらネイティブが使うリアルな英語を学んでいきます。By the way, if you want to see the original clip, there's a link down below. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Firstly, please pay attention to your posture.That is one of those things that when you're 18 and you're spending hours and hours sitting on the computer hunched over like this because you're cool, you won't see any problems when you're 18. You won't have any pain, you won't have any issues like that. But further down the line, maybe when you're 26, you might be thinking, damn, my posture is really crap and I wish I'd corrected this 8 years ago. You really want to be taking lots more photos than you think you should. Because...Again, you won't notice it at the time and you might think it's a bit of an inconvenience taking photos of stuff. But your university years are never going to come again. And in the future, you're always going to be so glad of the memories that you recorded by taking photos at events and taking photos even of your friends as you're having chills in your room. You really want to be more of a documentarian of the stuff that you're consuming and the stuff that you're creating. I.e., please, when you read a book or when you read an article or when you listen to a podcast, please write some notes about what your thoughts and feelings were as you were reading them. Again, it's one of those things that you probably won't appreciate at the time because you'll think, oh, I've read this book, I just want to go on to the next one. But if you just take even 10 or 15 minutes to consolidate your thoughts and to think about, okay, what did I actually learn from this? And how have my feelings, how's my reactions, how's my behavior changed as a result of reading this thing, then that is actually going to help you in the present moment, but it's also going to be really interesting to look back on in the future. And even better, if you put those things on a public website, then that is going to get domain value and then your own brand will start to grow much more quicker than it actually did because you were just taking the time to document the things that you were learning along the way and doing your best to try and help others. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. You're going to really enjoy hanging out with people until 4 or 5 in the morning. Recognize that up until 2 a.m., those hangouts are useful. After 2 a.m., they fall off a cliff and nothing good ever happens and you just want to sleep, you want to kick people out of your room and go to bed because then you won't completely waste the next day a hangover from staying up until 6 in the morning and then getting 2 hours of sleep. That is proper grim. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. Please stop worrying about what other people think of you because they're really not thinking of you. You're going to walk around, you're going to go to all these events and you're going to think people are looking at you and judging you and caring about what you're doing. They're really not. Everyone has got their own anxieties. Everyone has their own problems. Most of the people, like 30% of the people that you're going to meet are struggling with their own mental health problems that you're never going to know about until like 10 years down the line. So don't worry so much about other people judging you because they're really not. People are nice. People are friendly. People are just worried about themselves. So you do you and stop worrying about it so much. Whenever you're really struggling with something, ask yourself, how hard should this really be? And how hard can it be? And what would this look like if it were easy? When you're in your first year of medical school at Cambridge, you're going to think it's a big deal. You're going to think, oh my God, I'm a first year medical student at Cambridge University. That's a big deal. This should be really hard. And you're going to convince yourself that it's really hard. You're going to sabotage yourself because you're going to be acting in a way as if this thing is harder than it actually is. And then by the time you get to your second year, you're going to realize that, oh, actually this isn't so bad. And a big part of the anxieties that I had around it in my first year, a big part of those were actually because I just worked myself up and my mindset was approaching this as if it's going to be hard. Really try your best to enjoy the journey and not focus so much on the destination. University is going to be the best time of your life and it's only really going to happen once. And it would be a shame if you look back on that time and you think, damn, I was so focused on trying to climb the greasy pole of achievement that I forgot to enjoy myself while I was there. And it's totally okay to have goals, but just don't forget to, as they say, smell the roses on the journey. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination.
いかがでしたか？では続いてネイティブが使うリアルな英会話フレーズを3つ選んで解説していきます。1つ目はこちら。
Again, it's one of those things that you probably won't appreciate at the time.
One of those things. One of those things. そういう類のもの。日本の英語学習者さんからよく聞く悩みで、単語の意味はわかるのにフレーズになると意味がわからないというものがあります。この one of those things という表現はそういったものの代表格と言ってもいいかもしれません。one of 何々で何々のうちの一つ those things でそれらの物事なので 直訳するとそれらの物事のうちの一つですよね。これじゃあ少し分かりづらいです。じゃあ何に注目したいかというと、その後の文章。今回は Again, it's one of those things that you probably won't appreciate at the time という文章ですよね。One of those things の後の that からは those things の中身を説明してくれているんです。つまり Again、もう一度言うけれど It's one of those things、 それはそれらのことのうちの一つなんだ。じゃあそれらのことって何かっていうと That you probably won't appreciate at the time、 多分その当時はありがたみがわからないこと。もう少し日本語らしく訳すと、若い頃にはありがたみがわからない類のものなんだよという意味になります。なのでこの one of those things はそういう類のものという意味で理解するとわかりやすいんです。そしてその後の that から those things がどういう類のことを指しているのかを明確にしましょう。例文をご紹介します。Losing a game due to bad luck is frustrating, but it's just one of those things that you can't control. 不運が原因で試合に負けるのは悔しいですが、あなた自身ではどうしようもない類のことの一つです。The traffic was awful and I missed my flight back to Tokyo. It was just one of those things. 渋滞がひどくて東京行きの便に乗り遅れたよ。そういう類のものだね。ここでは one of those things の後に that から始まる中身の説明がありませんが、そういった場合は文脈によって意味を判断します。今回は渋滞によって飛行機に乗り遅れる、そういう何か自分の力では避けられないものを指していることがわかりますよね。はい、長くなってしまいましたが、これが one of those things の解説でした。では2つ目のフレーズはこちら。
If you want to kick people out of your room and go to bed, if you want to kick people out of your room and go to bed,
kick someone out kick someone out、 誰かを追い出す。これは実際にキックして追い出すわけではなく、比喩的な表現が含まれたフレーズです。文脈によっては学校を退学させる、仕事を解雇するなんて意味にもなります。例文を使って詳しく学んでいきましょう。 The bouncer kicked the troublemaker out of the club。 用心棒はクラブからトラブルメーカーを追い出した。 Bouncer というのはナイトクラブによくいる黒い服を着た用心棒のことです。何々から追い出したというふうに追い出した場所を言いたいときは kick out of 何々というふうにof を使います。続いての例文は He got kicked out of the bar for being excessively drunk。 彼は過度に酔っ払ったためバーから追い出された。ここでのポイントは受け身形で追い出されると言いたいときは get kicked out ということが多いです。通常の受け身のように be kicked out でももちろん OK です。また何々をしたせいで追い出されたというふうに追い出された理由を付け加えたいときはkick out の後に for 何々と for を使って言うことが多いです。では最後のフレーズはこちらです。
a hangover from staying up until 6 in the morning and then getting 2 hours of sleep, that is proper grim. A hangover from staying up until 6 in the morning and then getting 2 hours of sleep, that is proper grim.
proper 適切な、ちゃんとした、とても。最後はフレーズというよりは単語です。 proper という単語自体は聞いたことがあって意味も知っているよという人は多いかもしれませんが、今回ご紹介したいのはイギリス英語でよく用いられるスラングとしての proper です。本来は適切なやちゃんとしたという意味があるこの単語ですが、イギリス英語ではとてもという意味でよく使われるんです。今回のクリップでも That is proper grim、 それはとても悲惨ですというふうにとてもという意味で使われています。例えば他にも That's a proper good cup of tea というと、それはとても美味しい紅茶だねという意味になります。イギリスに行くと戸惑う単語の一つだと思いますので、頭の片隅に入れておきましょう。
Yopi's English School。
本日は医者を辞めて YouTuber になったイギリス人のアリ・アブダールさんのクリップを見ながらネイティブが使うリアルな英語を学びました。クリップ内の英語についてわからないところがあれば、時間が許す限り回答させていただきます。ぜひコメント欄で共有してください。Alright, so this is it for today. See you next time.